Okay, we are straight back into things here. We lost connection on the production side, but still the match has gone ahead. It's gone from 4-4 to 5-5 is what we missed, and it's a post-plant for Aconite here. Already a 5v2 in their favor. A very good chance to secure this round, and if that was the case, they would get absolutely more than they need on their attacking side.
Apologies there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have basically missed 3 rounds, sadly, but regardless of that, it still seems to be just as close as we imagined, as we wanted it to be. Can't see the gameplay, but there we go. We're back on now, back online. Hopefully that won't come back to itself, but yeah, good round here for Aconite, managing to win another defensive round. They guarantee themselves 6 with still big ultimates in hand. You've got the Annihilation, the Neural Theft, and that from the Shadows. We could even see a little bit more depending on how close Hayden and Misu are to their own respective ultimates. We'll see at the end of the round how that's shifted in. And I mean, with the last round coming in, what ultimates are left here? 2 away for Misu. Hayden uses Fury in that last round. So it's 0 for him, but still a great kill-death ratio from him. 15 to 6 here from Hayden. He's really bounced back in this series.
Yeah, and Joak with the same KD also. Yes. Those 2 players stepping up massively in this decider map for Aconite, and they've already got a great half for their attacking side. If they can push it to 7, that would be great for them. Office chair moment, looking to nullify the damage, even the half out before moving on to the attack. Nova is going to be moving out into B main with that Stinger. Won't find anything just yet, but Joak may be peeking it. The rest of Aconite moving up on A main.
It's important to note as well that a lot of members of Office Chair Moment are 2 orbs away from their own ultimate, so it could be a very dynamic round that we're about to see here. Nitro, first blood onto Joak. A big pick by Annihilation in response. Synergy is down, and that will be his tripped out as well. And so now the full site is in control here of Aconite. Plant will be down, drone out to reveal. Misu's position is compromised. Modi with a spam through bombs is massive. He's 1 away from his null command, and that could be the breaker here. Misu survives. He's still underneath, but he's stunned. Not stunned, sorry. He's scanned out, suppressed. He has to commit. And Misu, the soup duo, again still standing strong until Modi will respond. Out comes the dimensional drift. The tap from Nitro, he's going to be sticking the hold. Misu has no choice but to commit, and Modi with the hero round to stop the momentum from Aconite getting any past 6 in this first half. It is an even start.
An even start.
Switching sides.
That it is. And that's going to be a great final round for Office Chair Moment to convert. I mean, that's just... If it was a 5-7 going into that attacking side, you'd argue that the odds are very much not in their favor. It would have to be extremely well played, but Aconite, I believe yesterday, defense is still a half that they struggled on a lot, even with this Sentinel composition against Last Resort. Their IDs seemed good, but they just still were not winning the execution battle. They were still just losing out on those individual battles, and even the really chaotic ones where everyone's in the same location. So they have to deliver a better performance on their defense side today, but their attack has shown us that things seem different.
No doubt about it. Back to pistols now. A central round for both sides to determine the tempo of this second half, as B is the target here for Office Chair Moment. A quick flank rotation though from Aconite could be a big thorn, but it's not going to matter if they all claim the site in the blink of an eye. Joak needs to hold as the anchor, but he can't hold on. As the site now fully confirmed, a couple instances of players being low. Misu onto Synergy though will catch out the Cypher, and so it's a pincer play here from Aconite. Creeping up from both sides at the same time. Nitro 1 HP, has to play close quarters, 1 and done. This matters. Aconite taking this relatively slow. That scan out is going to be huge here, but Aconite will still win the numbers. OC Moment is so low, he will exchange, but it's still Aconite to go up on top. The pistol goes in their favor.
The readjustment for Office Chair Moment wasn't there when Synergy fell in B main. If you're going to play on sites, if you're going to try and play those trade angles that are so in the open, you need some sort of other angle, some sort of control that's being watched by another person on your team in a different area of the map. Synergy was that until they were taken out in B main. Aconite just being thorough enough to clear out those areas, and that's what made that retake happen so quickly.
Yeah. How Aconite will respond now. It's Imperial weaponry without a doubt here. Office Chair Moment going to be pivoting towards A as their first point of contact. Here, not reveal much.
Hayden already moving away from that side.
Close quarters. Misu taking already a bit of early damage, and the paranoia is going to suppress the force here. Clone is going to reveal Modi. But both Misu and Miso have been flanked a little bit. Quite a lot. Miso's effectively 1 HP. Misu about 40. Regen shield still there, though, is going to help a little bit. But I think that's a good trade for Office Chair Moment here. We're playing this a little extra slow, expecting maybe a bit of an ego push, but Office Chair Moment, aside from that, the rest three are going to be walking up into B, where it's effectively completely open. Cypher is not going to lose his utility from that scan.
This call could be beautiful. Look at the rotations, but the spike is still on A. The deep camera that Aconite had has been broken. That tripwire is still online, though, but Office Chair Moment are going to be able to walk into a free site.
Aconite, they've overthunk it. They've over-rotated. And this might be a nightmare soon to come alive. But you still have two members of Office Chair Moment who need to make their way to back up the numbers. With the inferior weaponry, you have no choice, and Misu is there to stop it. Bubs as well onto Modi will suppress any chance of pushing through tree, and so it's a pincer play soon to come in. Off OC Moment overwhelmed by Joak. And Nitro, with such low health, there's only so much the man can do. He will get Miso, but that's all he's going to get. It's just Synergy alone with this Outlaw caught from a previous kill, but that's it. It's Misu to finish it off. Another round for Aconite. 8 rounds in hand, with only 1 to have gone down.
What a valiant attempt from Office Chair Moment in that round, though. A great call to divert the attention that gave them that A site, but they won't have many kills to show for it. Only the one on the board, but that spike plant is going to be the most important thing in terms of the impact on their economy. It's going to be a full buy on their side, whereas Aconite will have to use that weaponry they kept from the previous, and Bubs will still be on that Bucky with those trips over towards the A side. Looking like they're not going to go aggressive off of the bat.
One suppressed.
Suppression confirmed. At least Miso being certain in A. Orb taken away, but aside from that, it's going to be another back away from Office Chair Moment. They're taking their time. They're waiting for a peak potentially here. With Aconite here being on that bonus buy, you expect a potential bit of greed here. Potential moment to grab a pick and get away. And Misu giving Nitro a bit of a haircut with that one. That was close.
I didn't even catch it until Nitro had to drop. Could have been very devastating for Office Chair Moment there.
Lost the tippity top of his head.
Here.
And it almost led to his demise.
This could be a fast hit. It seems like maybe a lineup coming in from Hayden. Well, not
No, as
Hayden,
well.
sorry. Office Chair Moment.
Over is low here. Aside from that, the rest of Office Chair Moment are engaging fully, but it's just OC Moment alone. He is scanned, but Bubs only has a Bucky, and he can't land the damaging shells onto Modi. He survives. Nothing chipped through his beautiful armor there. His metal frame survives, withstands the shotgun, but with the door open. Now comes the engage soon from Aconite. Both Sovas respectively, just barely alive. That flash from Modi going to suppress something, but Hayden, with 28 HP to his name, still fighting. Takes out Simone with a single bullet to the cranium, with Nitro and Nova fighting back. It's a battle ensues. Still, both Sovas respectively alive here. Modi with not 879 HP, but definitely low to say the least here. The Nat slowing down. Still doesn't catch out Hayden, but Bubs only has a shotgun. Nova's so low, Hayden has his back, and it's Modi alone behind him. Has to walk into the crosshairs of Hayden, and with just a little bit of time left, 2.5 seconds, it will be the round for Aconite. Huge value coming out here.
Hayden wants to be the person to deliver
That's
Aconite
right.
into those lower bracket finals. What a showing from him. What a recovery from him in this series. No question about the mental resilience after those unfortunate performances. A plus 13 currently, and even more room to make that difference in the kills and deaths way bigger. What a showing so far. 3 away from that Hunter's Fury. There's a couple ultimates that are close to being online on the side of Office Chair Moment, but they won't be there just yet. They'd have to fight for orbs, and Aconite are going to contest that, at least on the B side.
Hayden is the lethal pursuer here of Office Chair Moment. Having such a rough series, he decides he is becoming the hunter this time. And fittingly so with the engine he's playing. Absolute exceptional map he's had. And he's looking to make this even more gain for Aconite. He wants to send them to the lower final. He wants to take them to podium. After, unfortunately, not having a good series last time, he's striking back. And Misu joining alongside him. Synergy is down. First blood dropped in favor of Aconite again. Mid is the pivot. Mid is the choice for Office Shemon with just Sheriffs in hand. Bobs awaits.
Aconite know mid is the big hole in their defense, and that's why you have Miso posted up on this angle for Defender Squad. The Paranoia is going to slow them down, and this eco does not have any legs to start running to success. They're going to have to reroute through mid. Nitro's teleport may be caught by Misu, not just yet. The timing is just right, and Bubs will be the one to close. Aconite 4 rounds ahead now from Office Chair Moment. They are itching ever closer to that rematch.
They're making this defensive comp look strong like they intended to from the outset. Modi forced into a timeout. A lot of strong ultimates in their economy granted, now going into a force buy. This is the round that has to change things. So close to so many options. Modi one up for his ult command. OC Moment, next eco guaranteed to probably use the Blade Storm.
Now that operator's online for Misu, that's another variable. How are you going to deal that if you're Office Chair Moment? How are you going to push him off of that angle? Also the Dimensional Drift, more ultimates coming online for the side of Aconite. Again, Office Chair's Moments are still very close to 1 orb away. Synergy 2 off that neural theft. And maybe the utilization of those can be what's discussed in this timeout, but also just making sure the confidence stays high. The decision-making stays sharp, because it has to if you're going to take this map as Office Chair Moment.
I still find this to be a quite dangerous situation here for Office Chair Moment. You're very desperate here. You've got one annihilation from Bubs. Could be ginormous, and of course the Dimensional Drift. You can swap the operator with somebody else and give Misu a rifle to take more space, to be a huge threat once he enters the site with his ultimate. Also got from the shadows on the opposite side.
Ooh,
Nitro.
It seems like Aconite could play very heavy towards B and just leave Misu posted up on A with that operator from heaven. It's going to be exactly the case, and he's not going to have his teleport towards B, so he doesn't leave the A site completely open if he has to back away to safety.
Nitro and OC Moment in unison, walking up through mid with Modi not too far behind. Spike in hand, you have Miso creeping through Pizza. And with Bubs itching to fight. Will jump peek the check and will confirm at least 1, maybe even 2. And that wall's going to be thrown up. Nitro's position will be revealed, and so the wall instantly broken. Valuable information out here. Aconite, drop that out. Down goes that Sonic Sensor. Sonic Sensor will reveal Nova. Maybe that will prompt Misu to peek, and he shoots a fine warning shot, but he won't land it. Annihilation response. OC Moment is trapped, and he's getting out, and he will not survive as the trade is in, but Misu will go down to Nitro. That's a huge trade. A big one to give Office Chair Moment still a chance, but the moment it begins, the moment it ends here. No command out, and Miso alongside his teammates will respond in kind. Modi is gone. Hayden will trade. Synergy has so much information, knows the stick is in, and Miso will end it. Bubs will do the killing blow with 3, and Aconite are snowballing to 11.
Aconite's retake was so fast. That push of 3 through short was so fast that Synergy's wraparound was just completely nullified, being the last alive. You have to be able to play off of your teammates in that scenario, but if they're all gone, there's just nothing to distract Aconite from. 2 rounds away now.
Moment seemed lost here. After a timeout, still getting stomped here.
Eyes up.
6 rounds in a row from Aconite. With still so much more in the tank left to offer. So much more money. They're swimming in it. And with this now, aggressive desperation plays are needing to be made here. Hayden onto Modi, by some miracle through the smoke will take him down. And Nitro following suit on through the smokes. It's up to Joak creeping up here. OC Moment has to do something, but he's blind. And Nova is next victim to Joak.
Joak looking to be the hero once again. Aconite 1 kill away from making it to match point, series point, to progress to top 3. in Epic Land. Synergy dealing more damage onto Misu, but nothing to come from it in terms of a kill. Just stuck in middle, and the time's ticking down. Really, what can you do? There's so many trades possible off of Joag.
You can't do this, surely. You've got 42 seconds left on the clock. That's time, but an operator awaits, and that's all you're going to get. In the face through a wall off the chip. Misu will ricochet, take him down. Match point, series point for Aconite.
And even though Aconite only have one ultimate on the board right now, it's on the Yoru. That can change rounds so quickly, depending on the information it gains or just the combinations you can utilize with it. The one with the Hunter's Fury isn't going to come through, as Hayden only has one orb right now. But Office Chair Moment would have to do a ridiculous streak of rounds to take this home.
Joag's also one round away, one kill away, one orb away from that neural theft, which would be great for a late mid-round play.
Here.
Information provided for Bubs to make the right call.
Cage triggered.
Barrier mesh is going to be thrown down onto A, suppressing any attempt of aggression, and Bladestorm from OC Moment in desperation. Again, this guy has been a superstar in this series for his team, but this time he's struggling. He needs to find a breakaway for his team. He is the last hope for Office Chair Moment. With such desperate buys require desperate plays, and there's just nothing Joag is giving them. He may leave the site open, but he's been a thorn, and he's slowly whittling down the ultimate here from OC Moment.
And that B play hasn't drawn enough rotations. There's still two on the A site, and Bubs will find that exact amount. But Office Chair Moment are answering back. OC Moment finding a pick into mid, and suddenly it's much more difficult for Aconite. But Nitro gives an opportunity for their own sake. Takes it and still is holding such a deep angle. No trades possible. And Hayden,
who else,
will get the first kill for himself.
Who else but Hayden? He has been the boss in this map. The final boss, potentially, for Office Chair Moment, if they are to fall here in this tournament. Vandal now in hand. OC Moment is desperate to get to his teammate. And Bladestorm in hand, he might be able to catch him off guard! So close to transfer, but it will be OC Moment to be the clutch, to keep Office Chair Moment round by round alive in this match, in Epic.
That was just enough time for OC Moment to rotate back into A main. That short door was closed. OC Moment didn't want to go through that, didn't want to reveal position of both players left alive in that 2v1 scenario. If Hayden had forced that swing just a little bit sooner, there would have been time to readjust onto OC Moment, but he would have had to get the fuse through also. It was so difficult in that scenario, but Dimensional Drift still available for Misu.
Terrifying ultimate to deal with for retakes. Office Chair Moment are looking to take a lot more of that mid control this time. Pivoting from what they usually have been doing. Oftentimes slow and steady, but this time it's a bit quicker. It's a bit more dense in members.
Drop the spike.
Spike dropped, no noise made. Sigh of relief there for Nitro. Seems like Misu alone is going to be walking up here again into the cross. Hayden with an Odin alone up from E. Flash out. Cross soon to be made. The scan is there, but no response.
Shadows.
It's slow and steady. It's calm and calculated from Aconite so far. But soon a battle will ensue. The trip is broken, so Joag doesn't have a pivot to fight from. No sightlines through the cage, and so he's going to be sticking around from tree. Misu with this operator, waiting for the right angle, but he's caught out from OC Moment. Not the right time, not the right initial position, and he's punished for it. Nova gets the last kill, but it's Hayden next. But only the next to on the chopping block here for Office Chair Moment. Last player standing is Bubs, the leader against 4. And that reveals 1. Nova particularly low. He's going to be the bait here for Modi. Transfer a guaranteed kill. He's spotted, and the spam! Is that a dink into nothing? That dealt no damage to Modi. And that's all he's going to get. A fake dink almost.
Pretty much, but no chance for Bubs by that point in the round.
Is that a spectator bug? Modi has 950 HP.
I believe that's likely.
That's a spectator bug, yeah.
Yeah. That's from the KO Ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, I saw
yeah.
it quite a while ago, but I didn't know if it would stick around for this long.
But
okay, in that case, the dink was real. He was low.
yes, yeah.
the client just won't say so.
The timeout coming through from Aconite, still on series point here. 2 rounds have gone to the way of Office Chair Moment since Aconite reached that milestone towards closing out the series, but still you need one more.
Aconite have choked before. They have.
They have done.
You need to remember that.
But not from a scoreline, not from a lead as big as what they've had here.
Yeah. You still have to have a little bit of wariness from it, though. As soon as they lose this next round, their economy is in the bin. And then Office Chair Moment will be able to at least get themselves to 10, maybe even 11.
And then their ultimates would be a problem also.
Yeah, exactly. This round is seriously important for Aconite. Perceptively so.
Bubs, 1 away from that annihilation. The Hunter's Fury 2 away for Hayden also.
The Dimensional Drift as well.
Hayden still having a heater of a game at 26 and 11. If he could have just one more round to help Aconite close this out, they would be able to move into that next BO3 of the day.
Office Chair Moment, it's been the contrary. All 5 of them have been playing to an equal level. No particular major standout aside from maybe OC Moment. All of them together. Teamwork making the dream work. Matters more than ever for their chances to stay at EPIC.
If Misu gets taken out early, that would just be an ultimate. Such a pivotal one removed from the round once again.
Flashes out, but Misu will not greed it. He's going to be re-peeking in. Not spotted from Nitro. Is the timing right? Moji scanned, but not spammed. He's hiding backstairs. They're not aware of Nitro's position here behind the metal box.
Absolutely not, and that could lead to their demise.
There's no presence from Catwalk 2. You only have that trip and tree. They're not going to be able to clear and get more info. It's just bottom mid.
Aconite is slowly moving further back away from A main, and that timing will be perfect for them as the drone comes through, and neither of these players will be spotted, but that's not going to be accurate information for Aconite if they believe there's an A hit. The spike is over towards B, and utility will go over on that side, but will they decide to exit on that side of the map?
Oh, no, Misu!
And
that is disastrous.
And that's your biggest retake ultimate gone. The spike is going to pivot towards to A off of that. But there's still 2 members from Aconite to defend this A site. And Hayden holding down the fortress in middle. 2 kills coming out for the side of Office Chair Moment. 3 now. It's only Joak. But there's 10 seconds.
Is there time? Does he have time to plant?
They have time. They have the time, but Joak is nowhere near in a position to respond to this. Is he even going to check? Behind him in defender spawn, he seems to be aware that there's someone in a wacky position, has that neural theft, and has a shot at delivering this 1v2.
He's going to have the comms that OC Moment is tagged, but Nova's going to have enough time to join him. Sam as well. This is a winnable scenario here for Joak, but that's the last cage he's going to be able to use. He has to at least maybe get a half. He's not. He's sticking to the tap. And this is going to be difficult. How does he deal with the double swing? The answer is none. He won't be able to do a thing. And it's Office Chair Moment to bring a pivotal round that might bring them back into this series.
Some of these ultimates for Aconite have been online for so long. But now you're not going to want to utilize them as they're down to an eco round. And then after this point, it would only be 2 more needed for Office Chair Moment to get to OT.
Pressure now starting to mount on the shoulders of Aconite. They're acting very conservative.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
I would only guess they're going to be willing to use their heavy invested ultimates when they have significant man advantages. They're going to be careful with this. But after calls from Bubs, he is the one to listen to. The one to give the orders.
We've seen eco rounds that shouldn't go the way of a team already be converted in this map. Could Aconite deliver the same to close it out? It would be a ridiculous fashion to do it in.
Happens on Icebox against them. They know more than anyone else that they can win through any circumstance if they play this cards right.
If this camera's broken, that could affect the rotations of Aconite quite dramatically. Not going to be the case just yet. They still have 2 members posted up deep in A main. Which means they may not be ready for this B hit coming through. The recon about to be fired.
Not long until the fight ensues here. Office Chair Moment are looking to set their sights onto the B site. Execution soon to be in play. Out it comes. Hunter's Fury synergy on the lurk onto Misu makes it perfect here. The neural theft will guarantee Nova a 3-second kill on the Hunter's Fury.
30
and
seconds
Aconite
left.
cannot do a thing about it. Plant in,
Spike
guaranteed.
planted.
Almost simple here for Office Chair Moment. That Neurotheft timed to perfection from Synergy's Lurk. Superior for the first time in a while in this map.
Aconite are still going to go for this retake, even though it's a 2v5. The two players on their side who don't have ultimates available. Paranoia to try and clear the positions on the left side, but there's a tiny gap in that smoke. Miso is going to swing out and get shut down by Nova, who finds a third on the round. And Office Chair Moment are within 2 of overtime. Aconite have to close out soon with these guns that they now have in possession.
Aconite are starting to smell the PTSD. This is a potential flop. Again, they can't let this happen. They're now in arm's reach on overtime. They don't want this. Hayden with still a 2.0 KD.
Again, there's an ultimate disadvantage for Office Chair Moment, but it seems like that's never mattered. It seems like that's never mattered in these rounds.
Shadows traveling.
Aconite have to do something. Is it a proactive approach they're playing? It is. Got Misu crept up here. Maybe looking to grab a peek and then get out. He's got the TP up into CT.
This first blood could mean an insane amount. Joak is not anywhere near close enough to trade Misu here.
Nova. Out comes the drone, and he's going to play it safe. He's TPing out. He knows he's got an invaluable ultimate resource to use for this post-plant. I'm trying to attempt to clear out the camera, but the camera is not there. Right. Careful. How do they respond? You've got Modi on that rotation. It seems like they might be ending A. They've got just under 50 seconds left. It seems like that's the case.
Office Chair Moment now had to reconsider their options. It seemed like they wanted to go towards B, but felt too much pressure there. Now the flash coming out to A, they could be...
They're going back!
Again. Yeah, the spike moving again, but it's a fake that's being sold to Aconite. Joak go finding 2 on the cross out of B!
Ozzy Moment hit by the Annihilation as well! Aconite in the blink of an eye have taken down 3! And Office Chair Moment have all the weight back on their shoulders! Everything here resting on Modi and Synergy. 15 seconds left on the clock. The site may be open, but he's hit by the trip. He will get scanned. And Joak is waiting for the right time to strike. He will be the one to deal the killing blow to Office Chair Moments. It's chance at Epic Land Glory. Top 3 will go to Aconite. They will face Last Resort in the upper and lower bracket final.
A chance for revenge for Aconite as they stay alive in once again an extremely close series. Now on the lower side of the bracket, moving into that top 3, having a shot again at Last Resort before a potential chance at the grand final. That's what they'll be fighting for later today after this series. But what a game we saw here.
What a game, man. Absolutely incredible. Office Chair Moment were inches away from bringing it back. They saw the hope. They never gave in. But unfortunately, you can only do so much, especially against an Aconite who are starving for that revenge against the Last Resort to face the grand final in Gilly. It's going to be incredible to witness later on. And the revenge match is here. Last Resort, they're staring down a familiar foe. And it's not going to be long until we see them fight it once again in the lower bracket final.
And I think it's poetic with how Aconite's tournament performance has been that Joak is the one to be
damn straight,
primarily the one to close out that series. And just on an individual level, just amazing for Hayden to have such a crazy game in that third map to bring them across the line.
And it mattered.
Yeah, they justified that ascent pick. They justified taking Haven out of the pool. They were able to deny Office Chair Moment that opportunity. A great performance from them in this tournament, ending up in 4th place. But we are going to be taking a short break before we go into that rematch in the lower bracket final. Don't go anywhere as EPIC45 continues.